It's Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. First week of football, what does week 2 have in store? The Commanders and the Packers underway on Thursday night primetime. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I lost count of the number of turnovers they were coming in that game, right? I mean, I had a clipper going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Ready? To throw now. Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now. Throwing now is Daniels. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
44-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. To the air goes Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Daniels looking to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jalen Lane, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited. but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Yep, right. 97. Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle, pushing through the contact. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. 7-7, our score after 1.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ready.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Black 40.
Throwing. Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Big strides, look at him go. He may go. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Ready. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneers. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 95 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
40. Cut.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Set. Cut. 50. Green. Ready?
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have regained the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he is finally stopped. Boy, he almost made it, but not quite. Down around the 5-yard line. What a return.
all praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
Cup 19. Dragon 60.
Here's Daniels. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back into 14. It'll go. It's nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 19, Warriors 17, Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
And his kick is good. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Okay, right?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready.
Now Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now. 60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Love. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. Oh, nice move. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 Lions.
Daniels going to throw for it. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Here we go. Ready?
Following the interception, Love. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here we go. Set.
Love looking to throw it. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Let's go. Set. Go.
Love now. Complete once again to Watson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The kick by McManus is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 1 second, all that remains. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Krosky-Merritt to start the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Come back to 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Daniels. This is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Moody good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Set, ready. 50, green. Hut.
Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Set.
Working out of the gun. Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Now he's able to bring to one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Down. Hut, hut.
Love, they go play action now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches when they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
For once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Carter,
what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Check White.
Love will sneak it. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up 1st downs.
Ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Ready.
2nd and 9.
Ready. Yellow. 43 seconds.
To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Set punt. Yellow. 22.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. Called out a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they got to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready up. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 19 Tiger, 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Come on, set. Set.
Love looking to throw it. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, There's a premium for all of that now.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3.
Green Jack, black, 95. Ready.
Here's Love. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Yeah, that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Down. Ready.
Now Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Packers 27.
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Get it. Cougar 19.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So a victory here for the Commanders. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover